So, all right, senior year, you close to making it. You fall just a little bit short. Now you wrapping up your collegiate career. You're about to graduate. What did you study?
Business management. I minored in economics.
Okay. So now, what's your plans going into post-collegiate career? Obviously, everybody wants to play for money, but what was your plans? What was your idea? Where did you think your prospects were?
I mean, honestly, by the time my college run was over, like I played 55th and all that kind of stuff, but by the time my college run was over, we was really heavy on music. So I had a record label, and our record label was popping. We was doing well, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I focused on, and that made my transition from basketball easy, because at a certain point, I was like, I did everything that I needed to do. I didn't want to keep on playing ball because I felt scorned at a certain point, so I needed to take a break, and then music just consumed us.
So you went straight from the collegiate playing ball route right into music route?
Music, yeah, because I was going to go overseas. I had a couple of different options where I could win overseas, but at that point it was only 2 Americans to a team.
Right.
And some of the dudes that not like Reg Freeman and like some of these dudes who was like the top of the top.
Yeah.
They was having problems overseas and all that kind of stuff. It was like, so I'm not going halfway across the world, play for a couple months and they send me home, talking about, Will, send your check never come. So I ain't dealing with that. I had a bunch of people around me. I always provided, like, they lifted me up over the course of the 4 years when I was in college and stuff like that. They was, even when I was in high school, if you look at all of the tapes and stuff like that, from when I have anything on TV and all that kind of, anything on YouTube and all that, I always have my family support. So at that point when I was done with college and stuff like that, it was my chance to support them. Because now I was in a position where financially, I was in a better space to where I could do for them, or I could tell them like, yo, I don't think you should be in the street no more or whatever, you should do this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that stuck. And we was making music, and it was crazy. Like my brother is the best rapper you probably never heard of. Like, period. Like, you could put up anybody. I don't care where you go or where you pull a person from. Like, Joe Hunter is probably the best rapper that you never heard of in your whole entire life. I got 96 songs from our catalog and all that kind of stuff from his solo project, the group project. Even if you want to challenge yourself, pull up Game Tight on YouTube. Game Tight, Hollywood Showstoppers on, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's like a roller coaster ride. By the time it finished, I guarantee you'll be stuck for 2 seconds after the video is over. I guarantee you, and that was all out of pocket. I paid for the whole video. We was right here. We had all of the stuff that we always did. We always went 100 miles an hour with the joint. We decided to do the video on Game Tight because that was one of the hot songs that we had. And we decided, and somebody decided for me, that in a week we should do the video. And then in a week, the video was gonna cost us like $25,000. But I was getting money at that time, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But it was still $25,000. We talking about 25 years ago, 20 years ago.
Right.
We had the video for them. We had 5 different scenes. We had the train and all that kind of stuff with it. We had all of the professional dudes from the New York Film Academy and all that kind of stuff. We went and got it done. And when I say the testament to what we was doing at that time, pull that up on YouTube and you'll be able to see what we was doing at that time. Joe Hunter is the gladiator narrator, best rapper you probably never heard of.
More. So, what were you in the music game? What was your position?
I was CEO.
CEO of the label.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when in that position, because everybody doesn't know what goes on in the music game. In that position of being a CEO of a label, what do you do? Do you acquire artists? Do you develop artists?
Our artists was our family. We had Hollywood Showstoppers was my brother and Artie Bills. Then we had my cousins, who was HRC. That was my cousin Abso. My cousin Abso right now owned Captain Louis. Just opened up another Captain Louis. But these are some of the people that came up on the Abso. Then we had my other cousin. I live out in Virginia now. But we had all family that was part of our label. But it was just out of love. It was just like I had a studio up in the crib. And while I was at work or whatever, they had the keys, and you just go in the studio and just do what you do. But I didn't care nothing about like what it took to do the music and none of that kind of stuff. I just wanted to be there to support them. And when I got the money, I just wanted to be able to fund whatever kind of vision that we had, be able to give us what kind of platform that we had. And that was it. I didn't want to be in the studio. I couldn't stand being in the studio and listen from the concept to the end of the song. I couldn't do none of that kind of stuff, but they was great at it. And it made sense. We just hit a point to whereas it was just too much street shit involved. And we got a point to where we was butting heads with a certain people. I didn't want to get into that certain people, and it became too dangerous. To where we out there doing stuff that was going to send us to jail.
Right.
You know what I mean?